This is part 2 to the Paige Johnson story. Jacob talked about his insomnia, love for fishing, etc. Jacob never done this before and never did it after. The timing, oddity, and location didn't add up. So the police searched the lake, which was over 400 acres. They spent weeks looking for Paige or any related clues to this case, but they got nothing. A year after Paige's disappearance, the police will still be looking for her. Paige's mother made some tough decisions. They declared her legally dead, and it was our only way of coping with Paige's disappearance and forcing Jacob to give some answers. The families filed a civil lawsuit against Jacob for wrongful death of Paige Johnson. The case came to court, and Jacob pleaded the fifth. Since it's a civil case, he can do that. Jacob was also asked to take a polygraph, but he denied the request. Ultimately, the case led him nowhere, and it would take him 10 excruciating years for the family to get some answers. In March 2020, almost 10 years after Paige went missing, a 911 call was received. A woman and her husband were deer hunting near East Fork Lake, and they found some human remains. The police quickly sent a search team and unearthed the remains. Since the body had almost been completely decomposed, they had to use dental records to confirm its identity. It's concluded that the 17-year-old Paige Johnson had died 10 years ago. The body was found about 2 miles away from their initial search. It was only a mile away from where Jacob's phone had pinged that fateful night. Paige's family imagined that the police could finally bring Jacob in and get some answers. They believed that Jacob was somehow involved and were hoping to prove that. However, the body had decomposed too much that they couldn't get enough conclusive evidence. So while the police didn't charge Jacob in the unaliving, they charged him with abuse of a corpse and tampering with evidence. Jacob was indicted in June 2020 and he pled not guilty. The defense claimed that Jacob wasn't a flight risk and he couldn't harm anybody. So the attorney argued that he shouldn't be held in custody for the crime they couldn't prove yet. Jacob got out of jail on a $50,000 bond. He was free while Paige's family grieves for her death and strives for justice. There are theories about what might have happened to Paige, including drug overdose, sexual assault. The prosecution claims that they may never prove foul play. The body had decomposed beyond recognition, and there's not enough evidence to charge somebody with a homicide. The police are confident of one thing: Paige died on Jacob's watch, and he actively concealed the fact. They are doing everything in their power to prove it. Jacob is now scheduled to appear in Clermont County Common Pleas Court at 9 a.m. on October 31st, 2022. So unfortunately, I don't have more information on what has happened to Jacob in his trial. I can't find anything on it. If you guys know, go ahead and leave it down in the comments below. But that was the sad story of Paige Johnson. May she rest in peace. Guys, if you like true crime and the way I tell them, go ahead and hit the plus button. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.